What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for yet another Tottenham update. If you don't know by now, go and check out our written content on WeAreTottenhamTV.com and our audio versions on podcasting platforms such as Spotify. But let's get straight into the Tottenham update, starting off with Ryan Sessegnon, as Aspor, a Turkish publication, claimed that Galatasaray are very keen on signing Tottenham defender Ryan Sessegnon this summer. The player is open to a move and he wants to start a new chapter in his career with 1 year remaining on his Spurs contract. But I thought it was up this summer with a potential option to extend.
So maybe they haven't taken it up yet. Well, maybe the article hasn't taken it into account that there is an option. Obviously, we'll wait to see if Spurs will use it. Maybe we can do a double deal with Galatasaray. I'll give you Sessegnon for free if you take in Ndombele. Maybe we can do something like that. Maybe get him off the books. That'd be nice. But yeah, look, I think it would be a good move for him because they're in the Champions League. It's a good club. Obviously, we saw them this season beat Man United in the Champions League group stages. They got the likes of Icardi, Zaha. So some good players there in that team. So I think he would fit in there. It's whether obviously Galatasaray can get him on the pitch, but maybe they'll see him as enough of a name to justify paying a fee.
Yeah, I just wonder, like, if Galatasaray just fed up with this Ndombele thing, just don't want to deal with Spurs' cast-offs anymore.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but we'll see how that one progresses, but it will be an interesting move for him. In terms of the next topic is about Bryan Gil, as the final director, Dennis De Close, has admitted that they are trying to sign Bryan Gil. The quote is, the fact that we are in the race for Bryan Gil, and has been the case for several transfer windows, we offer a fantastic platform to give boys a good continuation of their career, or to show themselves again. Gil is a good player, and there are many more clubs that are looking to buy the boy as well. So he's clearly stated his desires.
Sounds like there's a lot of interest as well on Bryan Gil, so that's interesting. The fact that this deal, as he said before, they've gone from previously for a few transfer windows, the fact this deal hasn't been done tells me probably Gil isn't too interested thus far going there, but maybe that would have changed considering his career is really stagnated badly now. This year has been terrible for him, barely any game time the whole year. He really needs to go somewhere where he can find a home, play regular football and show what you can do. Final to be a good club, because I think obviously they win the league now? They're winning the league?
They won it last year under Arne Slot. I'm not sure.
No, PSV are winning it this year, I think.
Right, yeah, I think you're right.
Anyway, I think they're going to be in Champions League next season, so he can show himself off on that stage as well. I think that would be a good move for him.
Yeah, in terms of what you're saying, if Bryan Gil's willing to go there or not, I think it was probably more of a stumbling block with Spurs' asking price, to be fair. And I think that we have heard in recent weeks that Spurs are willing to take a massive loss on him. We saw a report, wasn't it, €6 million or £6 million that Spurs are willing to take for him, and I don't think that was the case over the last couple of windows. So I think that was probably the stumbling block.
There's that, and also we've heard as well that Gil didn't want to go to certain places on loan and things like that, so he's been quite particular about where he's going as well. So it's obviously playing in La Liga and playing Premier League, it's a bit of a drop-off going down to the Eredivisie, but needs must at the moment for him.
Yeah. Next up, we're going to talk about Troy Parrott, as a publication out in Holland claimed that RZ Alkmaar are in contact with Tottenham over a move for Troy Parrott this summer.
And that'll be a good move for him, stepping up from Excelsior relegation battle to a team who likes to challenge for the European places quite regularly in the Eredivisie. Obviously, there's been rumours about Ajax, PSV, Feyenoord, I think, have all been linked with him. So maybe there's a race to get Troy Parrott at the moment.
The race for Parrott. I mean, with 1 year left in his deal in the summer, I don't imagine Spurs getting a big fee for him, but I guess like anything you can is, not only is it pure profit, but it's money in the door for transfers this window.
Yeah, and look, from a Dutch club's point of view, he's a player who's shown he can score goals in the Eredivisie, put him with better players, maybe he gets double figures. And, he's got 8 goals, he might get double figures this season as well. That could be worth quite a decent amount for a Dutch club. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go, spend a decent amount on him, like 8 million or so.
Next up, the Footy Insider claim that Tottenham are in pole position to sign Australian striker Thomas Waddingham from Brisbane Roar. Waddingham has scored 5 goals in his last 9 matches as he continues to impress in his breakout season. 18 years of age, Thomas Waddingham, 6 goals in the A-League this season, 5 of them, like I said, coming in the last 9 games. And I guess it's someone that Ange Postecoglou maybe has a keen eye on.
Maybe, but it kind of sounds like they've just added 2 and 2 together and got 5, to be honest. He's Australian, he's good, he's in good form. Let's link him to Spurs. I don't think we're just going to look at some good form from Australia's striker around the A-League and say, yeah, let's sign him. I would be very surprised if we do that. As you say, he's scored 9 goals this season and 5 have come in the last 9 games. So it's literally a bit of spurt of form in the A-League, and that's it.
Well, a bit like Richarlison.
What do you mean?
A bit of purple patch this season.
Well, Richarlison signed in the Premier League before.
Yeah,
you know, so it's
but he is 18. I mean, to get consistent goals in the last 9 games at 18 years old is still something to be recognised.
Yeah, but that's true. But it doesn't mean we should be signing him.
No, but I'm not saying we should sign him, but Ange Postecoglou does have previous for picking up players in kind of unknown leagues and making it work.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we're serious about it, but it seems far-fetched to me.
Yeah, me as well, to be fair. I was just trying to make some sort of counter-argument. But Dan Kilpatrick claims that in terms of Destiny Udogi's injury for the North London derby, that he's hearing that Ben Davies will be likely starting at left back, which we've spoken about this till the cows come home. We've spoken about it in the panel. We spoke about it yesterday in 4 different ways Spurs can line up. And I just want to see something different from Ange Postecoglou this weekend. To
be fair, I did read the article. It does seem more of an opinion than something of any information he's been told. But obviously, sometimes journalists give opinions based on things they hear. And that's what it seems like in this situation. I would like Ange to mix it up. I don't think Ben Davies, as much as I do think he's a capable player, I think if we play him at left back against Arsenal in the way Ange likes to play his fullbacks, he could be in a bit of trouble. I think Saka could have the beating of him, and that's what I'm worried about. I do think he's obviously a good player. He's shown to be a good player over the years at Spurs. I just don't know how suited he is to being a left back in under Ange Postecoglou's system. I think he struggles with the ball in tight spaces. I think as well with defending large spaces like Udogie does. I don't know if he has the physicality to do that. He's also been a lot more used to playing centre back now than left back in recent years. So it is a worry. But we'll see if that's what Ange goes with on Sunday.
Yep. And finally, we're going to talk about Martin Ziegler's report about this post-season friendly for Tottenham, and he says the FA is set to look at changing the rules in order to put a halt to clubs staging friendly so soon after the league season concludes. After Newcastle and Tottenham arranged a game to be played in Australia 3 days after the end of the Premier League season, the friendly arranged by Spurs and Newcastle has raised concerns at the top level of the FA about player welfare, and the PFA is understood to share similar concerns about the matter. And which I do think that there are concerns about this. I mean, the FA are the last people to be talking about player welfare with the scheduling, and they never help out the English teams after Europe, and they schedule games within 3 days during a season. So, I mean, like a post-season friendly where it's not guaranteed that all the big players are going to play. Yes, they're going to travel. They're going to travel in 5-star luxury travelling methods and what have you, and it's a post-season friendly. You don't have to put your all into these kind of games. It's an exhibition match to show appreciation to the fans abroad, essentially. Like, the FA, in my opinion, need to be taking a closer look at what they're doing in terms of the current campaign and the actual season, as opposed to maybe post-season friendlies. But I do think there is a point with this as well.
Yeah, there's definitely a point, but I do think you're right. Those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw rocks. I think that's the saying, and I think the FA definitely fall into that. You look at the football associations across Europe and Spain and Italy, and I think in Germany as well. Like, when their teams are playing in Europe, they help them out. They put them maybe on a Friday night to give themselves more time, more rest days. The Premier League just couldn't give a crap, essentially. They just leave it all up to broadcasters. They gave broadcasters all the power to decide TV scheduling and all that kind of stuff. And it leaves situations where teams have very little rest in between matches and are expected to just churn out performance after performance, and player welfare is very seldom taken into account when you look at all the scheduling, and not even taking into account fans, putting, like, for example, Newcastle over Tottenham on a Saturday, 12:30, all these different things. Sometimes they'll put a game on when a team's traveling from London up north, and then they'll put it in an evening on a Saturday or something when there's no trains.
train,
yeah, all these different things. So the FA have a lot to sort out before they go to postseason friendlies. Yes, it is. I would say it is a problem. They shouldn't be scheduling a postseason friendly 3 days after the season in Australia. I do think that's quite taxing, and it's probably not right. But that's like the least of our worries, I would say, at this point.
And you saw Pep Guardiola, Mikel Arteta come out and speak about that a lot. I mean, Manchester City were playing in Europe during the midweek, and they scheduled the FA Cup game on the Saturday when they could have easily done it on the Sunday when Man United were playing Coventry, and Man United and Coventry obviously didn't have Europe. So I was like, it didn't make any sense, like most of the scheduling that these lot do. So I mean, they need to take a long, hard look at it and don't just focus on one friendly that's causing a bit of stir. Focus on everything, every single facet of every single way that you schedule each and every game, because it's all ridiculous.
And they're adding more and more games to the calendar.
Champions League.
And nothing seems to be done about it.
Yeah. But anyway, that's our 2 cents on the matter. That is your Tottenham update today as well. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts regarding these updates. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.